Alright, what's up, y'all, and welcome back. So, what I figured out, like I said before, these switchbacks I just had laying around with some scrap pieces from some old projects before. So, what I realized is I only got one of these little things that connect with it, which apparently you need. So, this is the one that's with it, lights up, and as you can see, it got a few spots of these that don't work. But the problem is the one that doesn't have this, you hook it up, no power. So I ended up remembering that I had some lights laying around that I was going to use on the vet. But yeah, I was going to do some signal lights inside the side vents on the vet, and I ended up never doing it. So I found those, and they just so happen to be amber, and they work. So I got two of those, so I'm using these instead of those switchback lights because I only got one, whatever this is, with the resistors and all of that. And the goal of this project is to not spend any money. So everything is stuff that I already had laying around. So yeah, the goal is to not spend any money and to try to get this done this week. So I don't really feel like spending money and waiting for stuff to get shipped and all of that. So we're just gonna do these. And anyway, this is a test run, so it don't really matter. But these are some good lights. They're bright enough to do what I need them to do. And on my first Impala, I had a set of these way back in the day. I put a picture up right here. Maybe link it to an old video back in like 2000, I don't know, 10, 11 maybe. But yeah, so I know they work for what I'm trying to do, and they'll be bright enough. So I might cut them down a little bit because they're way too long. But you know, it's no problem to cut these, so it's nothing. But I probably cut them down maybe in half. That should be enough. So probably cut them in half. And as you can see, it look pretty good in there. But cut those in half, and yeah. Oh, and these things, if you saw the first part, whenever they repainted my mirrors for me, they got overspray all on this one. So I'm sanding this down, and then it looks different than the other one too. So I'm gonna go ahead, wet sand both of these down with I think I had 320 or 400, whichever one that was. I'm wet sand these down, spray them with the same gloss black that I sprayed the mirrors with. That way they'll match. So once I put everything together, it'll flow. But that's the plan for this video. So here we go. Alright, so this is after the wet sand. This is 400. So I got most of the white off. There's still some on there, but it's smooth to the touch. So the surface is smooth. But yeah. So let that dry for a second. Same with this one right here. And once it's all the way dry, I can go ahead and shoot it with this gloss black. I think I'll do like 3 coats, and then I'll be able to put everything together and start mounting the LEDs. Now my plan for the LEDs is this has to go in there like so. So this is gonna be, I'm either gonna have the LEDs kind of on this piece right here, or I might do it at the bottom like that. So if I do it on the bottom, the whole bottom section of the mirror housing will glow. So this is the one. So this is basically what you're looking at. So this is gonna glow straight down at the bottom, which will kind of bounce off the inside of this on the bottom, and it'll glow this whole thing up. Now, if I'm thinking about it right, it's gonna work perfect. And yeah, so hopefully it does. But I just have to clean this off. The LEDs are 3M tape, so once I clean this, I wipe with a little alcohol. They'll stick on there and be no problem from there. After that, wires will come through just like the regular wires right through here and out on this side, which then I run the wires to the signal light up front. So I probably ground it off on the bolt that bolts this to the actual car. That way I only got to run one wire to the front, which will be the power for the signal. So yeah. Anyway, here we go with the paint on this. Alright, so that's the last coat of gloss black. So just gonna let that dry and then I'll be back to it. Ended up taking it off of that paint can because as soon as I sprayed that first hit, the whole thing tumbled over. So only had it up there because I didn't think it was gonna have enough room for the edges and stuff to get sprayed good, but it's plenty of space for it. So just gotta make sure these flies don't get on there while it's drying. But yeah, so I'll catch y'all back on once these are dry and ready to get put on these. Alright, so we're back. These are dry, pretty glossy. Not extremely glossy, but glossy enough to match the other ones. So it's dry. About to go ahead and screw those 3 screws in to connect them to the mirror. So, and then we can start mounting the actual LEDs. So I went and where's my can? I got some more clear coat. So of course you saw when I did the triangle pieces, but I went ahead and clear coated these since I didn't clear them the first time. So I put like 2 coats on there. So letting this dry. Once that's dry, I'm gonna go ahead and screw everything back together. And I guess I can go ahead and clean these bars off wherever they are. Yeah, clean those off and mount these LEDs. And these are too long, so I'm gonna have to cut them. So yeah. And if you haven't done this before, you can cut these little LED strips right where the soldering points are. So I'm just gonna, I think it's gonna be like this mark. So I just cut those off, save these for later because I can always just solder on some new wires and use it for something else. But yeah, I'll cut these and get them ready. Alright, what up y'all? So this is the first test run with everything sort of put together. And it's lining up just how I want it to. The LEDs will go at the bottom of this little bar thing, so which is right above where the light needs to be, like the clear part. So this should work out perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw these in, tape these lights in here, and then we'll get our first official test with everything in place. Alright, so LEDs are mounted. I ended up having to get some more 3M and put on here. Like I said, I had these LEDs probably about a year and a half or something, so the 3M wasn't really sticking too good, so I put some new ones on there. And so it's stuck. I think it just stay still, but it's on the bottom of this. The wire going through this middle piece, which will come out here with the factory wiring for the mirror motor. And I'll go ahead and stick it in there. Everything is mounted. Time to give it a test. See what we're looking like. And perfect. So, yep. Time to go ahead and get the other one put together and put all this foam and everything back on, and the mirror, and which driver's side. So this is, I don't know when this broke, to be honest with you, but probably broke this like 2 years ago, no telling. But anyway, I gotta get a new glass for this piece, or I might just take the one off of the mirror that's on my car already. I don't know yet, but I need a new mirror for this one at least, and one of these motors was messed up. So yeah, I think this is the one I got from the junkyard, so gotta get a new motor too. So I'll probably go to pull apart, or I don't know if they closed from this shutdown or not, but if they are, then I'll just take the motor off of the car that's outside. But yep, not bad. Get this out of the way. So yeah, I'm ready to see these in action on the car. Alright, so I reached my stopping point for the night. This strip, some sort of way, I don't know if I stepped on it or if I cut it with something else, I don't know what happened, but some sort of way this strip broke right at the cut before the cut I was actually gonna make. So luckily I had a little bit of solder left, so I ended up soldering this back together, so everything is working. To waterproof, seal it or whatever, I had some more black RTV, so I just put that over where the soldering was on both sides, so that it'll be sealed. But I'm waiting for this to dry before I actually mess with it, and it's like midnight, so I'm gonna call it a night. And in the morning, I'll go ahead and put this on this piece, and once I get it on there, like I said, just 3M, and then slap it on this other mirror, and then it'll be time to test fit on the car, which, you know, be a little bit better doing that in the daytime anyway. So yeah, that's it for this one. Tomorrow's video will be these on the car, and I'll hook them up and yeah, see what we got, what it looks like on the car. A part of me wish I would have just painted these white, you know, because then I could just keep them and not change anything else. But if I keep these on the car, I might switch the other, the B pillar and the C pillar trim out to be smooth and gloss black instead of that textured black that I have on there now. But I'm gonna think on it for a minute, because yeah, I'm gonna think on it. But this is it for the night. Stay tuned tomorrow for the actual test fit and all of that.